Yo, thanks for stopping by, man. Sauce on Everything Productions. You know who it is, man. Mr. Sauce on Everything, aka Mr. Al Murder, aka that SOE Cash Cow. And listen, yo, if you ain't rocking with NERO yet, it's the place to be. If you like to do music reviews, if you like to do beat battles, if you like to just, live stream, it's a place where you can pretty much do everything, and you can also generate some revenue at the same time. So me personally, I like to use it with TikTok Live. So I'm gonna show you guys how to, put them pretty much use them both together. So first off, of course, go to NERO. Go to go ahead and make sure you set up your profile. So me personally, I'm always good with just going through Google and send it up through Google. So boom, go through Google, set it up. So boom, so now you can set up, your name. I could just put, let's put SOE Cash Cow Music. Username Cash Cow. Let's see if that's available. Still available. Dope. Got my email there, United States, and I can add whatever platforms I want to add. So I want to add my Instagram. It's there. I put my handle there, and so on and so forth. If you want to add your different platforms, then go to Save Profile. Once you go to Save Profile, it's going to ask you to connect your Stripe so that you can, receive payouts and stuff. So I'm gonna skip that for now, but that's definitely something that you would have to do if you do plan on doing this and charging people for it. So after that, boom, cool. So now you pretty much good to go. Now you have up here, you got overlays where you can add some overlays, to your previews, or I mean to your cues and stuff like that. Give them a couple different looks, or how many you want to see in the queue. You can see up to 15 in the queue, or if you just want to see like 3 so people ain't all in your business, you can do that as well. So yeah, now playing, so it just gives you some different overlays on, some different looks that you can rock with, different alert styles. You can set your goals. You set a gift goal. Got your chat here. Got your banner that you can download. So download the banner and add it to your you would add it to your so let's download this banner. I'll show you where we'll add it to. But bracket, current match, things I really don't, those two things I definitely don't use. So yeah, you got that, you got overlays. Then you can create a post on here. Then you can of course share a link. So let's go to create your first session. So creating the first session is what, is where you're gonna put the information on, what you're gonna be doing. So, title would probably be, music reviews. Or you could put, depending on what you're doing, you could put free music reviews, $5 skip line. So you can put like one free music review, $5 to skip the line. Put the description in there as well. I'll just copy and paste that. So then you can choose what you want to view. So do you want to view music and music videos, photos, videos, voice memos, or other? I always just stick to music and music videos. Where are you streaming? So now you can click and put in your username and stuff like that to show, so that you can stream to different places, or they'll see the stream, if you have your stream set up for different places. So this is probably the most important part of this setup, because this is really what you need to focus on, which is the advanced settings. Now you can set that up to stream for later if you want to schedule something. Usually I just keep that on go immediately. If I'm scheduling, I'll probably schedule from my TikTok Live account and schedule it that way. But here it is, submissions. So as you can see, it's saying, hey man, you ain't getting no money unless you set up your Stripe. But regardless, you can see that you got limited free submissions. So you can do limited free submissions, one free submission. Or you don't have to do limited free submissions at all. And it's actually not letting me set up, because up here you would have the amount of money you're going to charge. So you have 5 for skip the line, 10 for super skip, and then maybe 20 or 25 for, the throne or the king, which is going to, keep you at the top for a minute if you, submitting a lot of music, stuff like that. Here you got a limit. You can limit the number. Well, you can give it an auto close submission. So just say, today you like, all right, I'm only taking 30 submissions. You put it on 30, and once it gets to 30 submissions, it'll automatically close those submissions up. But you can leave it on 100, and just let people continue. Depending on how long you're gonna go, let people continue to submit, and you can always end the session when you want to. So you can always, end the session. So you also got this down here. Collect phone numbers from submitters if you want to do that. Allow voice memos. I'll put that on there just in case somebody want to say something, but most of the time they don't. So now you can also, this is the domain block list. So you can deny submissions from certain domains so they can't use that link to submit. So if you want to, you can block Google Drive. What I usually do, I block Google Drive because I don't want nobody emailing me shit. I'll block SoundCloud because SoundCloud to me is just outdated. And that's usually about it. I might do BandLab too, but a lot of people use BandLab. So I might start leaving BandLab like that so people can start submitting through BandLab, because there are a lot of young artists and producers that are working on in BandLab right now. So that's something that you might want to take into consideration. Now with your add-ons is also another form of where you can make some revenue here. So with your add-ons, you could add like, all right, Instagram story. I add your music to my Instagram story for $10. 24-hour post on my IG story. Then I'll do a post for you for $20. And then the description, one post on IG for 1 week of your music. And then we can go to IG posts. And maybe we do this one for 30 days. We'll go to 30. And then we'll do that for 1 month for 30 days. So now you putting a couple other ways in there that people can, that you can make some money, or people can, spend some money with you. So from there, that would be the end of the session. Then you would just go to create. Now it's creating your session. So now you're live. So boom, it'll tell you right here, this is how the queue works. Fans send submissions in 4 tiers. Here's how each one shows up in your queue. Throne skips the entire queue, only one at a time. Super skip jumps ahead of skip and standard submissions. Skip moves above standard submissions in the queue. And then you got standard is the regular free submission tier. So that's basically everything in a nutshell. And once you get started, so you have your submission and everything up on NERO. So now, boom, you got your NERO going. So the next thing, you would need to do is set up a TikTok live. Now I'm not going to take you through setting up a TikTok live. I'm just going to show you my TikTok live and how it's set up. So let's go to my TikTok live.